pretty heavy fog, very foggy this morning. It's pretty cool, but it can also be pretty dangerous, right? So I'm just on my way up to Townsville today. It's a Monday morning, 20 past 8, coming into Yamba. Just after Yamba on Friday, there was a pretty nasty accident involving a few vehicles. I think there was a couple of caravans involved, and this road was closed for several hours. I don't believe there was a fatality. I just think there was a lot of mess to clean up. There's an intersection a bit further up here where it happened. I'm not sure who was at fault or what the full story was, but yep, this road was closed for several hours. This car coming out of here, can just see it now. Look. That's what fog does, man. You can catch up to somebody and not even know it. Very heavy, but it'll burn off. Eventually. Much in the mirror. I probably should have given my window a scrub before I left, but I'll do it when I stop in I'll stop in Mackay in about 3 hours time. Fill up with diesel just to make sure I've got a full tank to get me all the way up to Townsville, and I'll unload up there at the depot, and then I'll head round to my accommodation for the night, have my dinner, and then head back down tomorrow morning, Tuesday. It's been half an hour later and it's still quite foggy. Not as bad as it was, but yeah, still foggy. Not far away from Marlborough. If any of you know where that is, yeah. So I posted a video a few days ago now showing a little brown snake that I caught, and I stuck it on the letterbox, and the birds came and got it, or a bird, one of the butcher birds. So yesterday I was up in the back block there with the whippersnipper or weed eater, and doing some whippersnipping. And when I'm doing that, the birds tend to follow me around because I think it disturbs the bugs in the ground, and they can get a little snack. Well, unbeknownst to me, I was just cutting through the grass, and then bang! What's that? I thought I hit a stick, but it turned out to be another little brown snake. It was a little bit bigger than the one that I caught and put on the letterbox. But still only a small one in relative to what they can get to in the size. So I don't think it was a adult. It was still only a juvenile. But yeah, as soon as I hit it, it started curling up, obviously in pain. It wasn't intentional, but the birds just straight away, they were in like nothing and just pecking at it, and before you knew it, they were just, it was gone. It was oh, we've got the bikies out and about today. Yeah, so the birds, they got stuck into it and ate it, and ripped it up and flew away with bits of it. So didn't go to waste, but the fog looks pretty thick over in the trees over there. It's not cold. I'm not sure what the temperature is, but it's not. I'm not cold. It's probably, I don't know, 15 or 17, something like that. I'll have a look. Oh yeah, there you go. I wasn't far off. It's 17.6 degrees. It's just coming up 9 o'clock. And I'm coming into Marlborough. The temperature's going to get up to 26 today, which is an alright temperature. I don't mind that. I mean, it is winter time. We're in winter, so expect it to be a bit cooler. Funny thing is, having come from New Zealand, this winter that we're experiencing right now here in Queensland is about the equivalent to a Kiwi summer, if you can believe that. So 26 degrees is probably an average summer's day in New Zealand. 28, something like that. So hence why I don't think it's very cold. I think the locals will probably say it's pretty chilly today. In fact, when I got to work this morning, a couple of the guys there, they had hoodies on and had a hat on and wearing long trousers, you know, jeans or something like that. Well, I just rock in there with my t-shirt and shorts on, because yeah, obviously it's not cold here for me. But anyway, we'll carry on. Bit of useless information, idle chit chat. And let's see how long this fog lasts. Yeah, well, I passed all those other military vehicles quite a while ago, and now I've come up behind another group. It's just, it's pretty demanding work, you know. You catch up to these guys and then you got to pick them off one by one, and it just takes so much energy and effort just to catch up to another big mob of them. And they're going slower than the speed limit, and then when you finally go to overtake them, they don't back it off so you can get past quicker. They just keep maintaining their speed, so you're basically just trying to drag them off to get past. So it can be quite, almost risky. Yeah, it's a bit dicey at times because I'm fully loaded as well, truck and trailer, and I need a fair bit of spare road to be able to get past them. And you'd think with the overtaking lanes that they'd back it off a bit and let all the traffic by, but they don't. They're actually quite rude. There's 4 or 5 of them here, so. And now we're coming up to more roadwork, so just to add salt to the wound and making my day longer than it needs to be. That's the way it is, eh? It's about 5 or maybe 6 in front of me here. The worst thing about these guys is they're not on the two-way radio system, and you can't communicate with them to say, look, I'm coming around you. Just back it off so I can get by or anything like that. At least with caravans, you know, caravans are slow, but at least with the caravans, most of them are on channel, and you can just communicate with them and get around them. With these guys, you can't, unless you're on a different channel. Let's see what we can do. Here's a question for somebody, if anybody knows. What is that little bushy, fluffy thing on top of the sugar cane? See on the top of the sugar cane there? It's got like a fluffy tail. What does that mean? Does that mean the sugar cane is ready to be harvested? Or does it mean that it's been there too long and it's getting stuffed or something? Like going to seed, or yeah, see all the fluffy tails on top? This side's got a heap of it. I don't know if it's showing up on camera very well. This side's got it really bad, but this side's good. Like, why has that not got it? And then this piece next to it doesn't have it either. Has it been trimmed off? Well, maybe that's what they do. Do they go around and trim that off? That seems unnecessary extra work. Was it just a different type of sugar cane? I don't know. Maybe someone could leave me a comment. What does the fluffy tails on top of the sugar cane mean? Is it ready for harvest? Is it too old? Is it just that type of sugarcane? Do they still harvest it even though those things are on there? Yeah, I'll be interested to know. As you can see, I got past all those army vehicles. It was painful. It's a slow process, and I'm actually behind. I was doing really well this morning. I got away a little bit ahead of time, and I had a good run to Mackay. And then I've just been losing time since I left Mackay. Basically, I've just gone through air, so my next stop will be Townsville. It's about 4:30 or 20 to 3:30, 20 to 4, something like that. Yeah, 20 to 4. So I mean, I'm still doing alright, but I was doing a lot better than what I am now. So there's that fluffy stuff again. Look at it all. My window's a bit grubby too. Anyway, if somebody knows a little bit about it, I mean, I could probably just Google it. I'm sure one of you out there will know something about it. One of you locals. Oh wow, this has been cleaned out. Look at that. See, that was all sugarcane last week. Wow. I did hear that they're having trouble getting staff to drive the sugarcane trucks and the harvesters and whatever else they need workers for. I heard there's a real shortage, and because there's not as many overseas workers coming in. I think they're trying to start getting more in, but since COVID it was really hard. But it'd be a real shame to see this stuff just rot in the ground if they can't get it harvested. Not that I really care about sugar. I mean, I do have a bit of sugar, but it's not good for you, right? Sugar's in everything. It's probably the biggest killer out there. But it's nice. We need it. Sweeten things up. Just don't have too much of it. Look at all the fluff on those ones. I don't know what you'd call it. They just look like little bushy tails. There's some more that's... Oh, it's been re-sown already. Wow, that's quick. So they knock it down and get the soil ready again, and then they get some more plants in there, and in no time. It's pretty impressive. Oh well, let's carry on. Here we are. This is my accommodation for the night. No, not this big empty paddock. That place. That's my accommodation for tonight. Over there. This is just where I park. So I'm going to go and get a key for my room, and I'll come back to me truck and grab me bag and bits and pieces. It's just after 6, something like that. Now I got my key. Go and get my bag and set up my room. Heaps of room to park around here, look. Plenty of space. Not there. Alright, let's go. I got my usual room. I get the same room every Monday, which is good because it's on the end. And that takes you to the restaurant. I'm going to get some dinner. So I like it because this one's on the end. Don't have any neighbours to worry about, especially for noise. Right. And that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do me. It's the next day now, Tuesday. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock, something like that. There's a bit of fog about this morning. But so far so good with the traffic. Because it's early, there's not so much on the motorway at the moment. I'm just leaving Townsville. I'm only about 30 k's out of Townsville, something like that. And heading towards Ayr, then Burdekin Bridge, Bowen, Proserpine, Bloomsbury, and then Mackay. There's a couple of little towns in between all them. So yeah. Should be a nice day. I didn't see what the temperature was, but it's not cold. I left my accommodation at 6 o'clock this morning, and I went round. Once I got through town, I went and got some filled up with diesel, and then yeah, got underway. As you saw, it was pretty foggy first thing, and yeah, it came out a beautiful day. Got to 29 degrees in the end, which is pretty good. So I'm just going to head back to the depot and park up for tomorrow. It's the next day, so it's Wednesday today, and I'm off to Maryborough, do me swap over. I just spotted this coal train. I still can't get over how long they are. Just massive. We don't have anything like this back in New Zealand. There's no trains that come anywhere as close to the length of these ones, so they're kind of fascinating to me. But she's a great day, beautiful looking day today, as usual for sunny Queensland, or up in North Queensland, Central Queensland, guess you call it. It's 11:15 or something like that, and I'm hoping to be there at the changeover at the BP by 3:30. 3:30 would be good. And then I can have my half-hour break, and the other guy will turn up, and I can hopefully leave there by 4 and get back here by 8:30 and home by 9. Make me some dinner and have a shower and whatnot, and start all over again tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see how today pans out. So far so good. Traffic looks light. Suits me. Let's see how we go. So normally you'd only ever see this place at night, because I fill up here on my way home as well. So normally I'd be turning left here, but because I'm going to Torbanlea, I'm going to go right. A good 2.5 hours to go. A little bit over 2.5 hours. So that was Benarabi. I just went into Benarabi Ampol. Next little town will be Rowan, and then not too far up the road from that is Vale. And then I've got an hour stint before I get to Gingin. So let's get on with it. I've been having controlled burn-offs up here, just to keep the undergrowth from getting too thick, I imagine, for the forest fire season. So they just do a bit of a burn-off, get rid of all that growth, so it doesn't become a problem later on. Back up to the roadworks again. It's really hazy out there. I thought from a distance it might have been raining, but no, it's smoke. This roadworks has been going on for quite a while, probably at least a year now. It's a big stretch, it goes for a fair while. It'll be good when it's finished. So it looks like they've done this half, that's good. Just got the other side to do next. That'll be good. It goes a fair way. Didn't quite catch that, something about northbound. I'm southbound at the moment. So nothing to do with me. This new guardrail. They've cut a big chunk out of the side of the hill here, put a nice batter on there. Both sides. It's a kind of a necessary evil, roadworks. We all hate it, but we need it, and the result is we get potentially a better road out of it. I mean, that's the idea of it, right? And this looks like it'll be quite nice once it's proper finish, you know. We'll get rid of these cones and get the lines painted on the road, and then get the speed limit opened up. Should be a nice stretch of road. And this is just one patch. There's, for about the next hour or so, there's probably a good dozen or so patches like this. It'll open up to 100k here, and only a matter of a few clicks down the road here, it'll be back to roadworks again. as you can see, I've made it. It's 3:30. I'm down here at BP Torbanlea, so I was about right with me estimated time of arrival. I'm just going to wait here now until me swap over mate gets here, and then I'll head back to Rocky. Well, that's me swap over done. Heading back to Rocky now. Coming up to Gingin, well no, not Gingin, Apple Tree Creek. I've just been through Childers. I'm kind of debating whether or not I should stop for diesel just to get me through, but I've got to stop in Banaraby, where I stopped there on the way up here today. This truck's got just over half a tank, so yeah, I'll probably have enough to get there. So I might just I'll see what it's like when I get into Appletree here. If there's a fair bit of traffic, I might stop, and that'll just get me out of that traffic for a bit. But if it's light, I'll probably just head straight through. And then I've got to stop in Banaraby anyway. So that Banaraby is an hour and a half from Rocky. And so what I can do, because tomorrow I go to Mackay, and I will stop in Banaraby and I'll fill it up, then that'll get me all the way to Rocky and to Mackay. And then when I'm leaving Mackay tomorrow, I'll fill it up again to get not just back to Rocky, but back to Banaraby on Friday to come down here for the swap over. So yeah, there's a little bit of thinking involved. It's not that hard to work out. And I also need to get AdBlue, so the servo here in Apple Tree Creek, where I'm just coming into now, they don't have AdBlue, which is kind of silly. Every truck uses AdBlue, so I don't know why they wouldn't have it. Anyway, what am I going to do? Should I stop here and top up, or just keep on trucking? I think I'm just going to keep on trucking. Speaking of trucks, there's a fair few on the road tonight. Oh wow. Yeah, I'll keep going. I don't mind if the traffic is more trucks, because they all get a good pace going. If the traffic was a lot of cars and caravans, then I probably would have pulled out of this and gone and got some fuel, because I can't stand being behind a heap of cars and caravans, because they just dawdle along. Whereas I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I've got 5 trucks in front of me here and 2 behind me, so I think we should have a good pace through here. Let's see how we go. So this is the downside of the roadworks. Look at that queue. Stuck here at a red light. yeah, there's not too many opportunities to overtake, so we're going to have a slow trip. There's a whole bunch of army vehicles up front. There's a B-double up there and a caravan. So this could be a bit painful to try and get past this lot. Anyway. And there you have it, just like that. I'm back, and I'll get in tomorrow and we'll get this unloaded and load her up, and we'll shoot off to Mackay. Yep, next day, all loaded, ready to go, and no trailer today, just the truck, and heading off to Mackay. So let's do that. There's a little truck there. And we've got another one over there. We've got 3 of them little trucks. Well, I'm a couple of hours in now, and yeah, I've been pretty lucky actually. The traffic's really light, which is really good. I'm liking this. What traffic is on the road seems to be going south, so yeah, it's good. Yet again, another cracker day. I just had a look at the weather map, and we're currently sitting at 22 degrees, and it's going to get to a high of 27 today. Not bad for a winter's day here in sunny central Queensland. In Mackay. It's just coming up 11:30, so it only took me 3.5 hours to get up here, which is pretty good. But I haven't got my trailer on, so I'm not as heavy as I normally am. I'm just going to head round to the depot and get unloaded. I'll go and grab some fuel, have a quick break, and then head back, and that'll be my day. If anybody of you know Mackay very well, you'll know exactly where I am. If I come here with the trailer, I do the same thing. This is a one-way road, you can't get out. So I drive in here and I just unload off the street. I'll do one side, back up, move over, do the other side, and then I have to back out of here, which is no big deal. It's pretty easy. And there's the depot there. It's not a very big one. I've got 12 pallets on for them today. Oh, 13 pallets. So I'm going to back in here. And there's their little truck. Alright, let's get unloaded. check that van out. It's a Ford Transit van, and he's got a little van as his trailer. That's cool. That's really cool. At first I thought, gee, that little van's following too close. but it's not, it's a trailer. It's awesome. I've only got about maybe 40 minutes, something like that, and I'll be back in Rocky, back in the depot. I've been through Marlborough, so the next little, it's not even a town, I don't know what you call it, Yambu's the next place I'll be going through. And then the caves, and then yeah, back in Rocky. So I'm only about about 40 minutes or less away. So I'm hoping to be at home by 4:30. It's coming up 3:30, so might be a little bit optimistic. But that'll probably do it, I think, for this video. It hasn't been very eventful. I mean, we saw some bush burn off earlier on, and we've seen a bit of military vehicles on the road. Saw a funny van pulling a little van as a trailer. I wanted to get a side shot of it, but yeah, I was trying to get overtake it so we could get it from the side view to show you, but I think you get the idea of it. It's an old van with the front cut off turned into a trailer. Pretty cool. But yeah, amazing how hazy it looks over there. Doesn't look too bad on this side. Leave it there, and we'll see you all on the next one.